Okay, so I promised to make you a video. I'm gonna be able to see if I could hopefully explain this to you the best way I can. The first thing you're gonna need to do is you're gonna need to get this powertrain relay. Let's move this out of the way. Pull it out. Okay. Okay. There we go. So what I did, since I got a bad fuse box that's tripping this powertrain relay out, is I only left one prong on here. That's what you're gonna have to do, is leave one prong and cut the rest of the other three off. Just cut them off and leave one prong, because that's where a wire is gonna go to. See, I got a wire going to there. Let's put it back. I forgot how this went. Okay. Oh man. Shouldn't mess with it. There we go. So anyways, yeah. You cut three prongs off and you leave the one prong on that goes on this side. This is the one prong that you're going to leave on. The rest of the three you need to cut off. So you leave one prong on and you hook a wire to it, just like you saw there, and you press down on it and you leave it in there. And of course, this is that purple wire. Alright. You're also going to want, and I've connected this wire to the, let's see which relay it is. This wire, this fuse is the number 5 one. If we go down to the number 5, it's the your highlights. So you connect one wire there. So you got one wire coming from the starter, from the powertrain relay. One wire coming out of the your highlights. Okay. And you got another 2 wires coming out of these two 15s. And those two 15s is number 28 and 27. If you go down here, that's your backup light and your ECM. Okay. And all you got to do is you pull one of these relays out, cut a piece of wire, and you can use any wire, any electrical wire. Strip the plastic off and shove the wire in there along with the fuse. So one for the ECM, one coming out of the backup light, and one coming out of your highlights, and one of the wires running from the powertrain relay. Of course, remember, you got to cut 3 other prongs off. 1, 2, 3. Leave this one on. This one with that guess you could go by the little chrome attachment right there. See it? This prong, leave it on. and one wire. When you stick it back in, just put a wire under the prong and stick it back in there. Okay, so now you got 4 coming out, 4 wires. I use this relay, which if you look at the number, it's 8, 5, 6, 7. It's the same one as this, or this, or this. You can use any of these. Okay, so you're gonna run your purple wire, or which is in my case, oh man, see, I done pulled out one of these. I did not want to do that. Okay. Okay. So if you go to the on the side of this relay, there's a description. You see 86. See that? I don't know if it'll focus in. Here it goes. 86, 85, 87, and 30. Okay. The 86 one is going to be the one connected. The purple one is the one that's going to be coming out of the powertrain relay. So you're going to need to connect. That's very important. Your 86 one. So let me pull this one out so you can see. Okay. So this 86 one is going to be connected right here. You're going to need to connect the wire right there, and that wire is going to be the one that runs from the powertrain relay. Okay. Your next wire is what, 85, which is this one over here. Okay, that one is gonna go, see how I took it off? That one is gonna go to this 15 right here, which is the backup light. So let me put that one back in. I'm gonna set my phone down for a second. So I plugged it back in. It's coming out of this one. Okay. 87 which is this one right here. This is my another brown and white wire, which you could use any color wire as long as it's electrical. And I got this one running from this 15. See that? And that's your ECM. And then of course lastly your 30. Your 30 wire will run all the way to this 10 fuse, which is your highlights and low lights. Now, I figured out the other day when I use my highlights, it cuts the circuit and it turns my car off. So I, usually when I'm in here or when my wife's in here, I'll tell her not to use the high beams because it cuts your car off. And I haven't figured out another way to rewire that without it doing anything stupid. So just remember, if you're going to use this setup, this is just something meanwhile I get a fuse box in. And that's something you could use for a while. And just, it's a pretty simple setup. It took me a while to get this to figure this out. So to recap, you're going to cut 3 prongs off the powertrain relay, leave one on, this one. Connect the wire to it, plug it back in. That same wire you're going to connect onto your added on relay and plug it on the 86 one. The 86 number that's on here, which is this, right? The 85 one, this one, which is the one right next to the 86, the 85 one, you're going to run one wire and connect it to this 15. The other one is going to connect the wire into this 15 fuse and connect it to the 87 one, which is this back one right here. This back one right here. And this one right here. Connect the wire to it and run it to your highlights. Okay? And if you don't have extra relay laying around, you can just go to a local junkyard and get a whole bunch of them and put them in your pocket. It's basically what I did. Or you could go to AutoZone or O'Reilly's and pay like 20 bucks. But I would use the one like this, which goes right here, I think. Yeah, that goes right there. Okay. And dang. Once you do all that, you want to tuck all these wires in, so that way when you put the cover back on, you're not you know, cutting these wires. And if you get a wire, you know, hide them or tuck them in, so when you put the cover back on, you're not making a bad connection and frying everything else. So, oh yeah, another thing is you could get these little adapter things at your AutoZone or O'Reilly's. They sell a kit to this. It's like a crimpling kit that allows you to easily connect it onto this fuse like that. Or you could just run some black tape or just tape it up. So yeah, I hope I helped you with this video. It's the best that I can explain it. I wish I was there to do it myself, but I hope you figure it out. And if you have any questions, just let me know.